With this quick tip, we'll walk you through a whole production vocal chain that includes EQ, dynamics, suppressor for the bottom, the low frequencies, and suppressor for the high frequencies, the de-essing. We'll also use some inflator, and last but not least, some AAX reverb, which we're really going to use as ambient early reflections. So let's remove all the plugins. So that's singer Scotty Moore singing through a U67 with a touch of LA2A printing. So first we'll go to the EQ. I'm just cutting a little bit of bottom, a little mids, and adding some high around 10K. We can sweep it.
Driving me insane, but I love you just the same.
There's the frequency. We'll just pull it down a little bit. We're not doing too much with it. So next we'll get some dynamics happening.
Sometimes
a little compression with a few dBs of makeup gain.
If you're accused,
you can pop that up and down.
This confusion,
we're adjusting the threshold so it barely hits.
Then I guess
there's too much.
I'm taking all the blame.
Then I'm going to put some of the warmth feature in.
'Cause you're a drug, and baby, I'm
That's
still
nothing.
using.
Just pop it all the way up.
But
and the warmth adds just a little extra presence to the vocal.
Same.
Now we'll kick in a little suppressor, but I'm going to use it to roll off some of the bottom.
I can't clear my head.
So I'll go to the vocal plosives
driving
starting
me
point
insane.
preset. And then
But
let's
I
put it
love
in,
you just the same.
adjust it.
This world is made
Can you hear how far you can go with that?
of sinners and
Let's
saints.
isolate the frequencies. We're just trying to take out a little bit of the mud on the bottom.
Accuse me of this confusion. Then I guess
We're just going to listen inside again.
'cause you're a drug.
Okay, that's too much, obviously.
I'm still using.
But we'll bring it back down.
But I love
And we'll
you
go to the next
just-
suppressor and use it as a more traditional de-esser.
I can't
Got
clear
a basic
my
de-essing
head
going
up.
on.
You're driving me insane.
Just taking out some of the S's.
But I love you just the same.
It's great because with a few adjustments you can just take out the
This world
S's
is made
and not
up
offend the rest of the vocal.
of sinners and saints. Sometimes they're really both the same.
Now that we got that, we can quickly move on to the inflator. This I'll use to help add presence to the vocal and push it into the mix.
My head up. You're driving me
It's very
insane.
easy. A little input gain, effect, and curve.
But I love you just the same.
Take it down.
This world is made up
So that's a good starting
of
point.
sinners and saints. Sometimes
But let's get it in the mix and do that.
I can't clear my head up. You're driving me insane.
Let's look at where we started. We'll bypass all the plugins.
I can't clear my head up.
EQ,
You're driving me
dynamics,
insane.
2 different suppressors, and then inflator.
But I love you just the same.
Now we'll call an AAX DSP version up of the reverb and use it to add some ambience to the vocal.
I can't clear my head up.
So that's dry.
You're driving me insane.
What I'm going to go for with this vocal is more an early reflection sound and not as much tail. Though I do like a good tail.
I can't clear my head
I have
up.
it set to early reflection, but let's start over with a factory default.
I can't clear my head up. You're driving me insane.
Now that's more early reflection.
But I love you just the same.
Now let's really adjust this space. Here's the feed
This
along.
world is made up
That's too much
of
ambient echo.
sinners and saints.
That's nice and tight now.
Sometimes
Let's get into the EQ here.
I can't
What I'll
clear
do is
my
pull a little bit of the
head up.
bottom and top down
You're driving me insane.
and push a little bit of the mids.
But I love you just the same.
Kind of going for an effect with this.
This world is made
We'll exaggerate it by pushing the
of
send.
sinners and saints. Sometimes they're really both the same.
And we'll adjust it to a real world level.
If you're accusing me of this confusion,
Pop it in and out.
then I guess I'm taking all the blame.
The reverb's great because we can readjust the EQ a bit.
You're a drug, and baby, I'm still using.
So that's working for this track.
But I love you just the same.
Now we'll just take the last line of the chorus and add a little extra send. As you can see, here's the level to the Oxford reverb. We'll play it down.
you just the same.
So we'll automate the send to push up at that line. Let's
And
listen to
baby,
that.
I'm still using, but I love you just the same.
Okay, that was too much. Bring it down and try it again.
But I love you just the same.
Okay, it's still too much. Keep adjusting until it sounds right.
I love you just the same.
And that's much better. So there's a full vocal chain using a variety of plugins. We had the reverb with early reflection, the inflator to help add presence and push it into the mix, a suppressor for traditional de-essing up top, another suppressor to clean up some of the bottom, dynamics for a little bit of warmth, compression, and compression makeup gain, and last but not least, a little EQ to pull some mids down and add some sparkle.